Welcome to Mecum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction, featuring the only classic tractor auction of its kind in the country. Today, some of the hardest to find tractors in the world will hit the auction block. So sit back and relax and enjoy Mecum's Gone Farmin' Vintage Tractor Auction.
Hello everyone, and welcome to Davenport, Iowa and the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds for Mecum's Gone Farmin' Iowa Premiere. I'm your host, Mike Holland, along with Max Wilson, and the atmosphere is absolutely electric, Max. We have more than 300 tractors that are going to hit today's block.
Yeah, and as the tractors are getting ready to come in, it ought to be interesting to see what they bring today.
We have memorabilia, vintage tractors. There's really something for everyone, so don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this. Well, welcome back, everybody, to Davenport, Iowa, and Mecum's Gone Farmin' Iowa Premiere. I'm Mike Holland, along with Max Wilson. Max, it's been a fantastic day so far.
Yeah, I really can't wait to get back to the action.
Well, let's get to it.
That's going to bring in lot S35. Is a John Deere, not a John Deere, this is a Ford. 8N with a flathead V8 in it. Looks like it's had some of the go fast stuff put on it, a little bit hopped up. This one's been completely restored, newer tires, V8 Ford conversion, rebuilt flathead engine. Sherman step-up transmission on it. It's got a full gauge cluster with the electric tach, oil pressure, amperage gauge, water temp gauges, and one for each head. Aluminum heads by Offenhauser. Front bumper, aluminum platform steps, Ford emblems and V8 emblems. Automotive quality paint. Tractor is stretched a total of 8 inches, so a real nice looking and sounding tractor here when they throttled that up a little bit while I was giving the description.
Kind of sounds more like a dragster than a tractor.
Well,
would be a great one to take on a parade route, that's for sure.
Yeah, with that flathead Ford V8 in it and a couple of the high performance parts on it. Pretty nice sounding tractor. Very nice looking paint on this too. Sitting at $10,000 right now. A lot of custom work done with that full gauge cluster put in it.
And Big Paul going out into the audience to pull in the cellar. Certainly wants to talk with him.
Just trying to talk to him, find out if the reserve has been met yet on this tractor.
They always say water seeks its own level. Today, that's what it's worth. I'd like to see it go up.
Listening to Paul.
Let the reserve maybe let him know it's for sale. It might, but we do have 11,000 for sure. You know, we could let the reserve see what happens. Or we got 11. You want to tell him, let the reserve and go around the building one more time, see what happens. Hey! He's going to let the reserve, but he wants you to go around one more time. Reserve's up!
And Paul doing his job, got the reserve lifted from the cellar. See if we can get some more movement out of this tractor, sitting right now at 11 and sells out at $11,000.
And that's going to bring in lot S36, another one that I was kind of looking forward to. This is looks to be an original 1960 John Deere 430 all-fuel crawler. One of 33 430 all-fuel crawlers built. all were believed to be exported. This was imported into the United States in 2005, so believed to be the only one on the United States soil right now. Full 3-point on it, PTO with guard, 3-bottom fully mounted rear plow, and that is actually the plow that is set up for the crawlers. Sold with the two-cylinder tractor production record. Sold with the import and export seller's history document. Has new pins, bushings, and sprockets, so the undercarriage has been gone back through on this tractor, so a good chance of getting extremely rare here in the US 430 crawler, and not that there were that many of them built in the first place, with only 33 total production of the all-fuel crawlers. And already at $20,000 bid on this rather unique John Deere piece of history here with the 430 all-fuel crawler. And one of those tractors I wouldn't mind going out and making a few rounds plowing with. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Now, Max, on the farm, you're on the farm. Tell me the difference of why you do something like this versus one of the tractors.
Oh, as far as the crawler setup, what it was is you got into some of the heavier grounds or wetter ground, the crawler will float a lot better on muddy ground or loose soil conditions, less compaction. And a lot of times, I mean, you put that 430 on a set of tracks, it's got a lot more traction, a lot more power than it would on rubber tires. So. And a lot of them were being used for construction also. And of course the crawler, you can put a dozer blade on the front of it and do whatever, but this of course appears to have been used for agriculture all its life, so. We're at $25,000 now on this 430 all-fuel crawler. And the bid's going to go on that tractor at $25,000.
And that's going to bring us up to lot S37. This is a 1961 Lamborghini DL25.
And this is another unique little tractor. Of course, probably used more over in Italy and some of the vineyard work or the smaller farms. This tractor here is actually signed by Mario Andretti. Diesel, dual rear PTO, 26 horsepower. Very nice paint on this tractor. Kind of a unique tractor to see here in the U.S. And of course, if the price is right, you can actually brag to all your friends that you own a Lamborghini if you bought this tractor. So.
Signed by Mario Andretti.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Dan and Big Paul working the cellar right now.
And $10,000 bid on this Lamborghini.
And
DL25 tractor.
10-5 help you at all on this. It's the guys back there, though. No.
And still getting some movement.
Yep, slowly creeping up there. $12,000 right now bid.
I think some people might have heard that we were mentioning the autograph situation. Mario Andretti. Some movement of our own happening here. And the bid is going to go on there.
At $12,250.
And that's going to bring us up to lot S38, a 1934 John Deere A open fan shaft.
And this one here's got the round spoke rubber on the back. Don't know what the serial number is. Be kind of interesting to see compared to the one that we saw come through here earlier. $5,000 bid on this 34 open fan shaft A.
And again, we want to thank all of our viewers via RFD-TV watching us here at the Mecum Gone Farmin' Iowa premiere in Davenport, Iowa. We're broadcasting from the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds to a full house, a full crowd. Joining us live here, along with some People on the phones also making their presence known and bidding on some of these very hard to find vintage tractors.
As we just hit $7,000 on this open fan shaft A. It does have the round spoke rear wheels on it, which is always very desirable on any of the unstyled John Deere tractors. So we just hit $9,000 now. A little more late action bidding on this. We see Kevin working with the bidder over there. Couple of guys sitting here duking it out right now on this tractor.
And it's going to sell out $10,000 Kevin's way.
I'm here with Joe and Nicole, and they are bringing up this beautiful John Deere collection. Tell me a little bit about your collection here.
We've been working hard on it for the past 12 years, and we're looking to get some new tractors, get rid of some of the doubles, and purchase some more rare tractors.
Sure. Now, what are we looking at that's so special?
These are all very low production numbers, expo quality tractors, and be very hard to find any of this quality anywhere else.
Sure. Now, what's your role in this, Nicole?
Everything. The countless hours of restoring them, cleaning them, having less time with him working on them.
Yep, she's my right-hand man. She's a big help.
Good. Well, I wish both of you the best of luck in this, and we'll see how they do.
Oh, great.
Thank you.
All right. Thanks. Now we're going to go see what's on the auction floor.
This is a 1957 John Deere 520 LPG.
Yeah, this one here, this is the start of the John Deere propane gas tractor collection that we have to offer here. We got about, I think, 5 John Deere tractors all powered with propane fuel. This one here is the 520, one of 764 built. This one's had a professional restoration, has 12 rear wheel weights on it, 1 set of front wheel weights, and a 6-piece front weight set on it. Rock shaft set up on the front rock shaft there, as we can see the shot there, the hydraulic cylinder on the side frame of the engine there. This one has had a complete restoration inside and out. It does have 3-point on it, and it has the clamshell fenders on it. Very nice looking tractor, and on the rear side there is 764 built, and right now at $22,500. And these tractors that are coming up here in this collection have been kind of the bells of the ball here. Everyone's kind of been looking at them, drilling.
Hook. You hook? You hooked at 24? You hook? We got 24. You want to lift the reserve? Let them know it's for sale. Hey!
And the reserve just come off of this tractor, Mike, and it's going to go to a new home.
As Max said, these have been the feature tractors everybody has had their eyes on here at our fall premiere in Iowa. Already sitting $24,000. Sold that one for $24,000. And that's going to bring us up next to lot S40. This is the 1959 John Deere 730 LPG high crop.
Yeah, and this one here is another one a lot of people have been waiting for to see come across the block. This is one of 28 LP high crops built. 6-piece front weight set, 1 set of front wheel weights, original and correct 3-point on the high crop tractors. That's kind of unusual to see. Dual rock shaft set up on the front. Just like the last tractor we saw, that's that front individual setup on either side for raising either rig. It was in a John Deere museum. And this is beyond expo quality, one-of-a-kind condition. So,
Max, it was sitting within 15 feet of us. I didn't even know the tractor was on. It was running that quiet.
Yeah, and that's with a chrome straight pipe on it. Very sharp looking, probably one of the best examples out there of a 730 propane high crop. So.
Already hitting the $40,000 mark. I think the crowd here, Max, is probably in stunned silence so far as what they're seeing.
Yeah, I think they're more in awe right now.
Yeah.
I think they're hopefully here in a few minutes they're going to wake up and see what's in front of them. I mean, it is a beautiful restored tractor. You get that, get the lights in here shining off of that paint, and it just pops. Got the big rice and cane tires on the back.
$68,500, and I'm going to ask the other guy for $70,000. $68,500. I will ask the other bidder. Thank you. Your man's out. Does your man want to give 70? He wanted to get 69.5. I'm a 68.5, 69.5. Let's roll the tractor slow. I'm a 68.5, 69,000.
And they just took the reserve off. Big Paul just convinced the seller, who has lifted the reserve, and it is now sitting at $68,500, trying to spur on some final movement here. $68,500. That tractor sells, and that's going to be a record so far this weekend.
Yeah, that's going to be our high seller this weekend. Okay, and that's going to bring in S41 as a 1959 John Deere 530 LP tractor. This one had professional restoration, 6-piece front weight set, 10-piece rear wheel weights on it. Dual rock shaft with cylinders, so once again got the front rock shaft on it. Has had an article in 2-cylinder magazine on this tractor. Full inside and outside restoration. So once again, another beautifully restored tractor. One of 417 built, Mike. So once again, another low production propane tractor. And this is from that John Deere liquid propane gas collection that we've got coming through here. $10,000 right out of the gate here. Making jumps rather quickly. Now we're at 17.5. Now got Dan and Paul up there talking with the seller.
I don't want to bring any of them home.
Yeah, I know. I'll make on this one. I hope the next one goes out.
And they've taken the reserve off again. This tractor now sitting at $23,500. The reserve has been lifted. This tractor will sell today.
24,000 bid now. Just got another one coming in. There's another one Kathy just got.
Great camera shot, bringing right over the top of that tractor, showing its pristine condition. Fantastic restoration. Kathy staying busy, keeping an eye on any bidder in the process.
Closing in on that $25,000 mark right now.
Boy, that is a great shot of that 530 right there, coming right up over the top.
Yes, and I mean, all the work's been done there. It's got the front weight sets all the way around. I mean,
The following counter tractors are meticulously restored. They're one-of-a-kind tractors. One-of-a-kind is right. 26,500.
And Dan running through the crowd right now, getting back to the other bidder that we've had on the line here. Kathy right now holds the bid over in the opposite corner of where we're sitting. As we just hit the $27,000 mark.
$27,000. That tractor rolling out at no reserve. Another great price for one of these propanes.
Don't go away, we'll be right back.
'55 John Deere 70 LPG standard.
Yeah, and this one here, Mike, one of 336 standards built with the propane fuel option. Professional Restoration has 14 rear wheel weights, one set of front wheel weights, dual rock shaft setup. Article and 2-cylinder magazine also has the front weights on the tractor also. So once again, another one of the rare tractors that you're going to see with propane fuel. So it's got the big tires on the back, which a lot of people like, and with all these weights and everything. Probably the only one out there restored like this with the amount of weights and the way it's set up. Paint is just flawless on all these tractors. We're still on that John Deere liquid propane gas collection. One of 336 standards built with the propane fuel, and working right at $18,500 on this tractor.
They have just lifted off the reserve here, and this one's $18,500. This entire collection, Max, is bringing lots of excitement here.
Yeah, this has been a pretty good representation of some rare propane gas tractors that I have been immaculately restored. They got all the weights, pretty much all the options on them. And that one's going to sell at $18,500.
Well, with that, we're going to take a quick break and check in with Amanda. Amanda, who do you have for us?
Thank you, Mike and Max. Now, I'm out here with a gentleman named Joe, and what are we looking at here that you're interested in buying today?
It's 620 propane.
And why are you interested in this particular tractor?
Because I've got a collection of some propane tractors now.
And tell me about your collection. What do you have?
I got a 730 propane and a 530 propane, and now I'd like to have a 620 propane. They're all standard models.
Excellent. So what have you thought about being out here and seeing this venue today?
What have I thought about it?
Yeah.
Well, I was just interested, and I got done harvesting, so I just drove down about 400 miles to look at the tractors.
And now you might add one to your group.
I might, yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking to me today.
I sure enjoyed it, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Now we're going to head back to Mike and Max.
The next lot from this John Deere LP standard or LP gas collection. And this one here is a 1957 John Deere 620 propane standard, LP standard. One of 36 built. So once again on the rarest of the rare sides. This one has 14 rear wheel weights, 6-piece front weight set, 1 set of front wheel weights, the dual rock shaft with the cylinders on the front, and a complete restoration inside and out. So it's been completely gone through. And out of that 36 built, less than, I believe Lance just said less than half a dozen are known to exist. So, and you just look at these tractors, every one of them has just been beautifully restored, Mike. The paint on it just shines. This one also has full 3-point on the rear. $22,500 bid on this very nice looking 620 propane standard.
Hit it at 24, see if he comes back. We got one up.
So we've got a shot of Paul and Dan sitting there talking. $24,000 bid on that 620 propane standard.
Where are we at?
24. Let the reserve go around again, see if anybody pops up.
And we're going to listen in here to Big Paul and Dan.
Well, let the reserve and do it. There we go.
$26,000. Let the reserve and see
what happens. We got 26. Now we got 2 guys bidding now. Sell it. We're helping all we can, Joe. Hey!
26.5, we're going to pop the reserve off, is that right?
Reserve's off.
And the reserve has been lifted here on this 1957 John Deere 620 LPG. It's at now $26,500, spurring on some last-minute movement here.
We got a couple of guys now. They know it's going to a new home. They're bidding a little more confidently, and Just had a couple quick jumps there, got us right to 27.5.
And just sold. Wow. Some last minute heroics and action happening on this 1957 John Deere. Making it known to everyone bidding on this, these tractors are in better shape than they were when they rolled off the assembly line. They have been pristinely restored. And right in front of our booth, a lot of action. Dan waiting on this bidders. We still have some back and forth going on here. We are sitting at $28,500. This is a no reserve tractor. It will go home today. Now at $28,750.
And we've got Dan over here working with a bidder right in front of us, and Kathy working with a bidder over on the opposite side of the room.
This is like a heavyweight fight back and forth. Of course, our bidder here just about reaching his limit. Oh, and he just made it. Just put it in again for $29,750. I don't see any letting up on this side, Max.
Nope, we just got another one.
Oh, just giving the symbol to Dan that he has washed his hands. And the bidding just reaching over his limit. We are now sitting at $30,000 for this one-of-a-kind tractor. Well, near one-of-a-kind tractor.
And the guy that just gave the signal he was done just jumped back in at $30,250. He kind of thought it over a little bit and figured, all right.
I think they both want this tractor bad. I think the gentleman right in front of us getting a little coaxing from his friend, telling him you've got to reach out as far as you can. We absolutely cannot let this tractor go. $32,000. That tractor sells over Kathy's way.
After one heck of a fight, that one sells. So
absolutely. Well, that's going to bring us into lot S44 to a John Deere 720 diesel standard. Yeah, we're on S44 here.
Yep, John Deere 720 diesel standard, one of 133 standard diesels made. This one, once again, has a 14 rear wheel weight, 6-piece front weight set, dual rock shaft setup on the front. One set of front wheel weights, complete restoration inside and out, and this is also an electric start, 720 diesel standard. So another one from the propane John Deere LPG collection. So, and once again, another one on the rarer side. You got the weights all the way around, beautiful restoration. Yeah, this one also has a rear rock shaft delete on it.
I mean, if you had to sell it. We got to be, we're shopping up there right now. I mean, if we hook up, do you want to sell it, or is it going to be in the 30s, Joe? Well, not yet, do we? I mean, we do? We got.
Still hammering away on this thing.
We got 27. Want to split the reserve like we did the last time, and hopefully it keeps going.
And this has been a great group of rare tractors to have come through here.
Last time it went up 4,000 or 5,000. We could roll the dice and try it again. We got 27 for sure. Roll the dice and see what happens. Lift the reserve. Hey! They won a lot more, but
and the reserve has been pulled at $27,000.
And of course, these John Deere's bringing record numbers like we've never seen before at these auctions, Max.
Yeah, these have been selling real well. Well, you bring good quality tractors and the restorations and everything, and you'll get your good money out of them. And, the guy has been serious about selling. He's being aggressive and pulling the reserves. So. It's going to sell for $27,500 right out in front of us here, Mike. Another hard-fought battle on that tractor, getting the reserve pulled and getting the tractor sold. So, and here comes the last one of the John Deere LPG tractor collection. And this one here is a John Deere 730 LP Standard, one of 220 built. This one, once again, professional restoration, 14 rear wheel weights, 6-piece front weight set on it also. Dual rock shaft setup for the front, one set of front wheel weights. Tractor was in an article of 2-cylinder magazine, and this one has been completely gone through inside and out. So, another very nice looking tractor from this John Deere LPG collection. And of course this one coming in with a little bit of assistance here today, but guaranteed to start and run. We got Paul up there talking with the seller again. And every one of these tractors has been restored to better than new.
What exactly does that mean, Max? Are they going to put something on there that wasn't on the actual original?
No, what it is when you talk about better than new, as far as when they left the factory, these tractors were not perfect paint-wise. And when you're talking about better than new, is it's pretty much mentioning the fact that this one, the paint on these tractors, a lot of them that come through here, when they painted them at the factory, it just kind of stood back and put a coat of paint on. They didn't get in all the nooks and crannies. It was just a quick coating to get them out the door. So this one here, if I'm looking at it right, is a rock shaft elite tractor, and it appears to have the dual hydraulic setup on it. So
not even close on this one. He said this one, we're not even in the ballpark. I mean, we got 25 or so, Joe, could you talk? Yeah.
Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't.
Well, we do have 18.5. Are you? Well, hey, unless you want to, Joe, we got 19. If you want to gamble like the last time, let the reserve and see if it goes up. I mean, we do have 2 bidders again. You know, we could lift it. Maybe it'll go up, Joe. Lift the reserve, see what happens. You want to just let the reserve see what happens, Joe? Sell it? Hey, reserve's on!
And the reserve has just come off of this John Deere 730 LP. Announcing that to the crowd. Let's see if we can get some last-minute movement. We are now sitting at $22,000.
Yeah, they kind of snuck it right up there, and once they hit that 22 mark, it was a done deal. The guy said, pull it and let's sell her. The guy right in front of us, he always waits till that last second.
Now, and he's going with the 22,750. Of course, 23,000. The other bidder not even flinching.
Yeah, all of a sudden it's caught fire here now, and they're going at her pretty hot and heavy.
Wow, and this just took a serious jump, Max. This is now sitting at $28,000.
It's perfect. 28.5 is a bid.
28.5 bid right now.
I'll tell you what, Max, I bet that seller is absolutely kissing Paul right about now, convincing him to lift that reserve because it was kind of stuck right around the $22,000 mark. We're already at $30,000, almost $8,000 over with the point when he actually took off that reserve. Just to kind of give our viewers watching us today an example of the difference that taking that reserve off could make. And selling it at $30,000. I believe that that's going to do it for our John Deere collection there. And I'll tell you what, that was something to see, Max.
Yeah,
that entire collection really.
That was an amazing group of tractors and well-played hand by our bidder.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for today's show, but we have plenty more coming up next week. On behalf of Mecum's Gone Farmin' Iowa Premiere, I'm Mike Holland along with Max Wilson, and we'll see you next time.